well, that's the total install. I'll just quickly go through. These solar panels, one's facing roughly north, other one's facing roughly east. And that way I get morning sun and midday sun, because there's a giant tree there towards the west. So from about 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon I don't get any solar at all. So that seems, I think this will work fine. Would have been nice to have some holes pre-drilled in these solar panels brackets, but you know, that's life. I've got the switch, the green switch, mounted on the inside. I would like to be able to disable that via code or via some switches, so I think I'll change how that works. And the solar just comes down through a conduit here. Underneath, everything's sort of reasonably tidy. The limit switches down there, a reasonable looping of the cables onto the swing part of the gate. I use conduit rather than to go through the gate, mainly because it was 6 meters long and I didn't have anything to draw that long. And after drilling a hole in my finger, I decided that I wouldn't bother with that now. So I just used a piece of conduit and teed it off and dragged them through, come up quite nicely. The jimmy wheel parts, beautiful, well done with the design of that, all of that. A couple of things here, I'll just press the open button. Is that little wheel there. I'll show you a bit more of that in a minute. For the limit switch, I printed up this and offset it, put some things in it so I can gash into the wood and put a bugle to screw it in. I can then adjust that as well as the limit switch to get pretty good adjustment of that exact figure. And down here is a ramp, and I don't know if you can see that, but one paver is slightly facing down and the other one is flat. So here comes the gate, and you see that wheel floats the whole way the gate's opening and closing. It floats in the mid-air until it gets just to this end. Then it hits that ramp, comes up on it, and takes all of the way to the gate. A 6 meter gate, it's not going to take very long before it starts drooping badly. Over this side, you can see here where I used tech screws rather than drill a hole all the way through. There's just no need for that. So from this side, it's pretty nice. It's pretty neat. I do like the install. And I'll just show you this wheel again. So as the gate, that now floats, it's no longer turning, and floats all the way through the whole operation. And it is only when it gets to the very end that it takes the weight and keeps that in the centre there.